Hello, on today's video, we're going to be discussing one of the first things you need to do with regard to your law firm marketing if you want to have success online. I'm going to go through a couple questions that you need to be asking yourself and thinking about before you start your digital marketing. And I'm going to show you in this video why it's very important first step that you need to take. Because if you take this first step and you do it right, your success online is going to be so much more certain. So let's jump right into the presentation today. I'm going to switch over my slides so they're a little bigger. So one of the first things you need to do with regard to your online marketing, as we discussed in yesterday's video, is knowing your ideal client. Now, if you had a chance to watch yesterday's live stream broadcast, great, maybe a little bit of repetition, but it's very important that you get these first steps very clear before you start marketing your law firm online. So as we discussed, do you know who your ideal client is? And when I say your ideal client, I don't mean just somebody who walks through the door every day. I mean, if you had your dream client, who would that person be? What would their attributes be? Because the clearer you can be with regard to that, then the more you're going to have a chance to hit the bullseye, so to speak, when it comes to your digital marketing. This is what you want. You want clarity so that when you're going online to attract those ideal clients, you want to know exactly who you're looking for. Because if you don't have that clarity, then you're going to kind of be shooting in the dark, so to speak. You're not going to have a clear vision and a clear path on reaching that ideal client. And I'm going to show you in this video why it's very important that the clearer you can be, the easier it's going to be to find that person online. So as we discussed yesterday, the first step is there are two questions you must answer. You must answer, who do you serve? As in, who is your client? Who's that ideal client? And what is the result you're trying to get for them? If you can answer those two questions with great clarity, then you're going to be just set up for so much more success with regard to your digital marketing and your online marketing for your law firm, because you're going to be able to identify an ideal client and you're going to be able to find those people online and know where they are, what their habits are, what their interests are, and you're going to be able to reach them and then attract them back to your law firm. And on today's video, we're going to focus mainly on this first question of who do you serve? Because that is getting that clear picture of who your ideal client is. Now, if you look at these pictures here, you can see, there are lots of different types. You may have older people, younger people, professional people, uneducated people. There's so many different types and varieties of people out there. So you just need to have an idea of what type of person that you're trying to attract as your ideal client. So let's say, for example, you're an employment lawyer and you represent corporations, and maybe you deal a lot with the HR departments. So maybe you want to go after then those people who work in the HR department, who are the head of HR for corporations, and their education level, their income level, generally, their geography as far as the areas in which the corporations are and where they live. So the clearer you can be with regard to that, who you serve, and get that picture in your mind, that is the first step you have to take with regard to your digital marketing. I say, sorry, I went too fast on the slide, but I think of it a little bit like dating. So if you see these two pictures here, you see that there's a huge contrast in that perfect date, that person that you are just meshing with, you have the same interests, you maybe have the same background, you know exactly when you're having that great date and connecting with somebody. And the opposite, as you see from the picture on the right, if you're just not connecting, the person's just not interested in you, you're not interested in them, you have nothing to talk about, that's what it comes to, and what it can feel like sometimes with regard to your online marketing for your law firm. Sometimes you're just throwing articles out there, throwing videos out there, putting content all over the place, kind of shotgun approach, just hoping that you find a client that will come and be attracted to you and want to do business with you. And that's where people and law firms get into some trouble with regard to their digital marketing, because they don't have a clear vision of who they're trying to attract and who their ideal client is. That's why it's very important in a first step, just like dating. If you don't know the type of person you're looking for or their interests, or, everybody's either going to kind of look good to you or nobody's going to look good to you. So you have to kind of narrow your vision with regard to who that ideal client is. And on tomorrow's broadcast, we're really going to dive into the detail on how to get that detail and that clear picture. But today we're focusing on a little bit higher level of why it's important and why it drives your digital marketing. So when you think of it like dating, you're trying to find that ideal client for you. And as this picture shows, you may be going after business people. You may go after tech companies. You may have an ideal client or an ideal business that you're going after that you want for your client and your legal practice. So you need to get clarity with regard to that. So the better you have the detail in your mind, and the details really matter, those details are going to then drive your online marketing. And I want to show you exactly what I mean with some examples of why the details matter. So let's first think about Facebook. So you know that there are billions of people all over this planet, and most of those billions are on Facebook, which is kind of funny and just unbelievable to think about how many people are on this platform and using it on a daily basis. And when you think about Facebook, Facebook's already gathering all the data for you. If somebody's using Facebook, Facebook knows if it's a male or a female, what their age range is, what their income level is, knows their shopping habits, what their interests are as far as what they like, what they dislike. And so you want to use that AI or that artificial intelligence that Facebook is gathering all the time. And as you'll see on the right, this is just a little example of how you can use Facebook to target ideal clients. This is a screenshot from a typical or an ad that you might want to run on Facebook, and it's just showing the window of interest. And you can see from this window, you can pick which countries you want to market to, what age ranges, male or female, job interests, income level, geography as far as where they live. So let's say you're an attorney and maybe you're a criminal attorney, and you get your clients from the zip codes right around where you are. So if you were running Facebook ads about your criminal practice, you would probably have some zip codes that you want to market to where most of your clients come from, and those would be the zip codes that you want to focus on. So you can be that clear and that focused with regard to your marketing. And so that's why you need to have that clear picture in your mind of who your ideal client is, because then you can go to Facebook and you can say, here are all my parameters. Go find people like this to watch my ads and come to my website or come to my landing page. And that's exactly why you need to have clarity and vision on who you're trying to attract. So when you go to Facebook, for example, you'll know exactly who you're looking for, because if you have that detail as far as their age range, their income level, their zip codes where they live, if you can get that detail, you can just dial that in and attract those people right to you. As another example, LinkedIn. Maybe you're a B2B type law firm where most of your clients are businesses or corporations, and you're appealing to those that level of client. Then LinkedIn may be a better platform for you, but you just need to think about the fact that even within LinkedIn, as you see here, this is another screenshot on the right, where LinkedIn even has built-in audiences that you can go to and you can select from if if they fit with your legal practice. You can use those audiences, target your ads directly to those audiences. So if you wanted to go after HR directors or different groups of people that LinkedIn has already grouped, you can do that. Or you can just use LinkedIn, and let's say you wanted to market most of your clients, let's say you're patent attorney, and you go after scientific type corporations and maybe a particular type of business, then you can target those businesses online and feed your ads right to those people and those businesses and attract those clients right to you. So that's why the details really matter, and this is the most important first step with regard to your law firm marketing online. If you skip this step, like I said before, you're just going to kind of be shooting in the dark and hoping and praying that somebody's going to come and find you or find your website or be interested in you as an attorney. But if you can be focused, then go after the exact ideal client that you want to attract. That's going to help your online marketing. So again, like I said, think about it from the standpoint of dating and why the details matter. If you want to have that picture on the left, that great experience with your ideal client, where you have the business or the individual that you want to serve, you love serving, you love representing in your legal profession, that's the picture on the left, and that's your ideal client. So the more that you can think about and attract those people, it's going to avoid the situation on the right, where you end up in that bad date with somebody who's just talking on the phone all the time and ignoring you. And that's why this is the first thing you need to do with regard to your law firm marketing if you're doing it online and doing digital marketing. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I hope you come back tomorrow. Like I said earlier, tomorrow we're going to get into an exercise of really dialing in that clear picture of your ideal client. I'm going to give you questions that you can go through on your own to answer for yourself, and we're going to have a free resource for you to be able to download to take it and really get that picture of your ideal client. Dial it in so you can get your ideal client attracted to your firm and get your law firm marketing online going well. So that's the first thing you need to do. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like more resources to connect with us online, you can look in the description below this YouTube video. If you're watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn, jump over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and we'd love to share more information with you about law firm marketing and how to do it in the most effective and ethical way online. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you have a blessed day.